And that's the entire trick. It's not that difficult when you know the ropes. Just remember that time you freed me from an artificial black hole in Mount Kumarebi, and do the opposite of what you did back then.
Not sure that'll work this time. I was under the influence of the potion of ultimate power, which gave me temporary mastery of time manipulation. But yeah, I do still remember more or less what I did, so I'll try to reverse engineer the correct spell.
What do you even need it for?
Possibly not at all. I just like to be prepared. So one more question. When you created yours, did you take any extra precautions to stop it from devouring everything around it? Or how else did you keep it in check?
I could always just tell it not to hurt anybody. It may have looked like a black hole, and well, it technically was one, but it was also my familiar, and familiars have to obey their masters. The one person it did devour was a female werewolf that attacked me on the island of Windenburg, and it managed to stop her, but at the cost of its own existence, I guess? The word life doesn't seem fitting in this context.
So it's kind of like a bee stinging a human and dying when it tries to pull its stinger out.
Pretty much. On the flip side, it could mean that if the black hole familiar doesn't disappear after devouring somebody, then that somebody is probably not dead either.
Good to know.
Loki, are you ready yet?
I have to go. Thanks, Elise.
Who knows what kind of kinky outfit he's busy putting on again.
On my way.
Yay!
Hurry up if you still want that ride to Foxbury. Now is not the time for doom scrolling on social media.
I'm not doom scrolling, I'm checking the news. Prudence actually won yesterday's horse competition at Ubright.
Good for her. Hopefully she'll spend the prize money on clothes, because her fashion style has improved considerably since she's no longer hanging out with the witch hunters. Now, are you coming?
Wait a second, Wilbica just posted something weird.
Evelyn?
All right.
This building houses some of our biggest microscopes, used to study alien substances discovered by our scientists. We call it the Chem Lab, but unofficially, it is also our fabrication workshop, and the only one in the world that crafts items out of real alien metals and crystals. From now on, whenever you come across solarium necklaces or nitellite embroidered dresses, you'll know that those were created right here, in one of these rooms.
Yada yada yada. First of all, that's bullshit. Our friend Elise once crafted jewelry out of nitellite all by herself, and used it to travel through time, and she doesn't work here. Secondly, we don't actually care about any of that.
Exactly. We came here to find out what happened to my fiancé.
Did I hear that right? I can't believe you actually just called him that.
I'll start with the wedding preparations the moment we return home.
Nobody's going to get married until he's back. So, where's Leviathan? Was he abducted by aliens or not? If yes, where did they take him, and when can we expect him to bring him back?
As I've told you before, I don't have access to information regarding abductions.
Then introduce us to someone who does. Preferably someone who has studied aliens and can also tell us why they're so much into abducting and impregnating humans in the first place. I'm dying to find out more about my origins.
I talked to one of my superiors, who can answer your questions, but he's quite busy. Until he can make time to see you, we have to keep up appearances that this is just a regular guided tour for regular tourists, so nobody gets suspicious.
How do you know when that superior of yours is free? Could we go and check in on him now?
Fine, we can try. Follow me.
Can bitch come with us this time?
Now, sorry. My superior is allergic to dogs.
Ah, yes, discrimination against dogs. Just another Tuesday for me. But why the extra charge for pets when they aren't even admitted into any of the buildings? How exactly are canine tourists supposed to get anything out of this trip? By watching out for UFOs in the sky above the facility, perhaps? The clouds are making that kind of difficult today.
Loki is on his phone again. What could possibly be so important right now?
He's also wearing that slutty latex shirt again. Perhaps he's become a phone sex operator now that he's no longer Shadow Veil star politician.
Is that something that would make you, his father, proud?
Of course. I'm all for making sexual topics less of a taboo in our modern enlightened society.
And here you can see our newest recently finished space rocket that comes with an integrated wormhole generator to speed up travels to the planet Sixam, effectively elevating it to the technological level of the alien space shuttles that—
No one gives a fuck.
Okay.
Yes, Wilbica took the night flight back to Windenburg on Sunday.
That was not the deal.
Technically, the deal was to procure a clandestine, not to bring everyone along for the entire ride. If I had known this task would turn out so complicated, with everything going on in Oasis Springs at the moment, I would have come here by myself. But you killing and then kidnapping a member of my family made it kind of hard to tell the rest of them to stay put.
You would never have agreed to this at all with no stakes involved. But why is Wilbica back early anyway? Was the dry southern desert not to her liking?
She didn't want to miss out on university.
Except that's not where she is at the moment. She's at home, with your great-grandmother, your girlfriend, your younger self, and Prudence LaCroix of all people. What are they up to?
You're on site, figure it out. Now excuse me while I keep looking for your alien crystal.
Screw the house rules. If it starts raining, I'm not staying outside.
I regret dragging the entire family into this. Their meeting with Esma's superior is completely pointless, but at least it will keep them distracted while I take care of what we really came here for. As for how I'll get them to go back home without Leviathan, I'll figure something out later.
Sir, this is the rocket launch pad. Visitors aren't allowed in here, let alone dogs.
Bite me. What are you of all people doing here anyway? Aren't you supposed to be guarding the secret entrance to the SCIA headquarters in Del Sol Valley?
I'm not a visitor. I'm an MOT tester tasked with inspecting your newest rocket and its integrated wormhole generator, and this is my assistant. Show us around.
Like father, like son. Good thing Agent Underwear has never actually met Loki before, otherwise this might not have worked so well. Still rude that he didn't recognize me though.
I don't like this at all. What the hell are you doing, Wilbica?
Just go downstairs and ask her. Or are you too afraid to speak with your own daughter? Oh right, I almost forgot. She hates you for abandoning her and the rest of your family. So what makes you think you get to interfere in her affairs now?
Shut up, Henford, or at least come up with a new joke every now and then. You're starting to sound like a broken record.
I wish all of this was just a joke. Leviathan, please wake up.
That was kind of pointless.
Kind of. Even a romantic date with an aromantic frog in outer space without an appropriate suit would have been less of a waste of time.
How oddly specific. Sounds like you have experience in that area.
Well, at least someone gets to fly into space today.
That takeoff wasn't scheduled. What's going on?
You're our tour guide, you tell us. Or better yet, tell us where to find someone named Quinette. She's the one who originally told Loki about that UFO sighting over Windenburg that your superior knew nothing about.
If that is even the truth and he didn't just make it up. Where did Loki go anyway?
I suppose we have more than enough bones to pick with her either way.
I'm surprised that you know about the matriarch, but she's usually in the greenhouse, right over there. Ask her about the alien plants while you're at it. She can tell you a lot more about that than I. Now excuse me, I have to find out why that rocket just took off.
Hey, are you Quinette, Loki's contact?
Loki, my old friend. I take it you are his family. Too bad he's not with you. How is he doing?
Better, now that he's no longer at risk of being processed into a witch-vampire hybrid state by the cannibal club you started. We shut it down, by the way. What the fuck was that all about?
You shut it down. So that's why I haven't heard from Garm this week. Oh well. That experiment had already served its purpose anyway.
Really? You had people kidnapped and killed, turned their friends and families into unwitting cannibals, and this is all you have to say about it?
It's all part of the job. You see, I'm an alien scientist who has lived on this planet for decades, and I find humans truly fascinating. After a while, I really wanted to find out what they taste like, and if there's any notable differences between mortals and occults such as witches and vampires. Turns out there isn't. Not really. A vampire's sanguineous diet adds some unique spice to their meat, but in the end it all tastes like pork.
You're insane. How are you not behind bars yet?
If you think so now, be glad we didn't meet about 40 solar years ago. I was studying human religions at the time, dressing up as an angel and killing some of them, to see if they'd still hold on to their faith in the face of certain death. The experiments I am conducting nowadays are tame in comparison, and I'm actually helping humans study my species while I keep studying theirs. It's a mutually beneficial arrangement in the name of science that bothers no one in this facility.
I can think of at least one person. Esma Yildiz, our tour guide, was attacked by your werewolf gang, not realizing who was really behind it. If she had fallen victim to your experiment, what would you call that? Occupational hazard? Collateral damage? Shit happens.
I was attacked too. And whatever you choose to call that, I'm not okay with it. Were you curious about the taste of your own species as well, or am I different because one of my parents is a human witch? You. What's your name? Stelmaria. How old are you? I'll be turning 30 later this month. Interesting. There was that one time I infiltrated the magic community and impregnated a male witch in order to study human biology and figure out why their kind requires two sexes to procreate. That was about 3 solar decades ago.
Wait, are you suggesting what I think you're suggesting? Could you be Purple Shrek's mother?
Father, technically.
Let's be neutral and just call her the alien parent.
Whatever. Are you Mama Shrek?
There is a resemblance, but I can't say for sure.
So we're going to pretend they don't all kind of look the same? Okay.
That's racist.
I feel the same way about most humans, and I have created more than one child with them. It would be too much to ask of me to remember all their names, faces, and birth dates when there's so much more important data to study. But as it happens, I do remember the name of the male witch from back then, if only because it's similar to the name of one of my planet's moons. It was Pompiliu. That's my human parent. In that case, you really are my daughter.
This is the planet all the aliens originally came from. It's not what I expected.
If you see a crystal with a color similar to that of alien skin, just bark, okay? Given that Grandes time is basically part of this planet's atmosphere and responsible for its inhabitants' telekinetic powers, I thought it could be found everywhere, not that we'd have to look for it this hard.
So if I take off my helmet now, do I get telekinetic powers too? Either way, we'll find that stuff, I'm sure. But where are the high-tech buildings, the parked UFOs, the miniature mass relays? Or did we land in the middle of a desert?
Finally. This must be it.
See, you worried over nothing. But I still want to loot a real UFO before we return to our home planet. We can't grant Lorenzo the satisfaction that the thing he wants is the only souvenir we bring back from outer space.
Gwyneth said this crystal can't survive in Earth's atmosphere, and that the ring on her finger is protected by an endurance spell. Fortunately, a future version of Madeline Whittle taught me that very kind of spell in my past. There. Technically that should be good enough, but just to be sure, I'll try something else as well. Don't freak out, bitch.
That's usually what people say before doing something crazy that freaks others out, so we shall see. Oh my dog. Is that a miniature black hole, like the one that used to follow Elise around? Something like this is to be expected from a witch who has mastered time manipulation. My past self could probably do it too. But how did you learn it?
A neat little trick Elise taught me this morning. Now the crystal goes in there.
Won't that crush it into oblivion?
And we go back to Earth.
No, not yet.
What's wrong?
Nothing is wrong. To the contrary, it feels like it has never felt so right before.
Bitch, don't. What the hell?
Ma'am, you're not allowed to be out here. Please follow me back into the labs.
Into the labs? What do you think I am? Some kind of alien guinea pig?
You're not? Oh. Then, you belong to that group of tourists that Esma is showing around today, don't you? Still, you're currently outside the visitor area.
I'm just admiring your gigantic satellite dish. I'm not going to damage it or anything.
But it's lonely out here, isn't it? I have to insist you follow me back to the facility. If you're tired of the guided tour, I can show you other gigantic sights to make you feel less lonely if you take my meaning.
Keep your meaning and piss off.
Hey, was that Agent North?
No clue. I didn't ask about his preferred cardinal direction before I sent him flying there.
I wonder why he works here now. He used to be stationed at the SCIA headquarters. Then again, he lost his uniform both literally and figuratively, and perhaps Director Ravenhurst thought it best to redeploy him after all those complaints about his inappropriate behavior from his female co-workers.
Considering how shamelessly he just threw himself at me, I have no trouble believing that.
Lucky you. He never acted inappropriately towards me, even though I would have been more than happy to put up with it.
Well, I'll just send him your way next time.
Please do. But he did ask one good question. What are you doing out here in the rain?
I needed a moment to myself, after that revelation in the greenhouse.
Yeah, I understand. Even as an adult, it's never easy to accept that your parents are just human after all, even when they're technically alien or angels. You know what I mean. I've been through this with Lev recently.
That psychotic creature has no humanity inside of her whatsoever. You know, I always expected her to be somewhat heartless. What other type of person would willingly walk out on a pregnant partner? But this, all those vile things she's been doing, those experiments in the name of science. If she and I are so closely related, what does that say about me? I realize I can be quite cold and insensitive myself, must have gotten it from her, because Pompiliou is not like that at all. But I'm not insane. Or am I?
Our parents' genes may influence how we look and what diseases we inherit, but apart from that, we are not them. At least, we can choose not to be. So don't worry too much about it, you're fine the way you are. There is just one matter that's been causing everyone headaches, and that should finally be put to rest. Given the peculiar circumstances of your conception, do you consider Pompiliou your father and Quinnet your mother, or the other way around?
There you are, Loki. We've been wondering where you went.
And it looks like we've found the reason for the unscheduled takeoff as well.
Oh, don't mind me. I was just in the mood for a little joyride through space. The rain caught me off guard on the way down.
Seriously? First the SCIA, now this. Is it even possible to go anywhere these days without being treated with such alarming inhospitality? Where are your manners, people?
Only you can say something like that after one of us crashed a freaking rocket.
Enough! Guards, get back to your positions. I'll handle this. Mrs. Mammini, justifying your family's presence and behavior to my co-workers is getting harder by the minute. Care to explain what this was all about?
Why are you looking at me? For once I didn't do anything.
No problem. I'll repair the rocket with magic, then we can leave. Just give me a few seconds to regain my balance.
What do you mean we can't leave? We still didn't get what we came for.
And we won't, at least not in this place. Since no one could tell us anything down here, I traveled to the planet Sixdam to confront the aliens directly. Leviathan is on his way back home as we speak.
The fuck? I had no idea that was an option. Did you just convince them to let him go, or what the hell did you do?
I'll explain everything on the way back. And then, there is another more urgent matter we need to discuss.
Stelmaria. I have a gift for you, if you want it. It's not a detailed report on how you impregnated my human parent though, is it? I hear you came here to find out more about your alien roots. Since I have neither the time nor the inclination to answer all your questions in person, take this. It contains quintessential information about our species, anything ranging from biology to culture, the result of decades of research conducted at this facility. There's a few things the humans didn't get 100% right, which is why this research is not yet available to the public, but I'm sure you'll find it quite enlightening nevertheless. Wow. Thank you. And now excuse me, I have to get back to work. If there's anything about the book you don't understand, please don't contact me, but perhaps we can meet again in a few decades. Bye.
Weird. But it could have been worse, I guess. Say, what is the life expectancy of your kind?
I don't know, but surely there's something about that in the data she gave me.
I had to push my imagination to its limits. Many questions were asked, and I'm sure not everybody is satisfied with my answers, but in the end, I was able to convince them that Leviathan has indeed been abducted by aliens and sent home again. Better make sure he's really there when we get back tomorrow. I won't lie for you again.
And the clandestine?
In my possession. Well, it is currently inside a black hole, along with Bitch, which is why I can't talk for long. Have you figured out what Wilbica is up to with Prudence?
Long story. We can talk tomorrow.
Don't do it, Cosmo. They killed my father. You can't help them now.
Keep pissing me off, and I'll make sure you see your father again very soon.
This is a very elegant creation, so thank you for showing it to me. But I'm not sure what you expect me to do about it. Have you tried summoning your familiar the old-fashioned way?
First thing, to no avail. We need someone to go inside and get Bitch out.
And what makes you think I'm the right person for the job?
You're a very powerful hybrid, which you proved by holding your own in the magical duel with Loki, and we don't care whether you live or die. Purple Shrek?
No.
You've already started?
Should we have waited for you? Well, sorry, but not everybody has the time to have phone sex all day.
I wasn't having phone sex.
Look, something's happening.